Hello and welcome everyone to the special episode of Cricket Predictor, sponsored by One Expat and Vimeki. I'm Anant Kaur, your host for the day, and as always, I'm ready to bring you the exciting updates from the world of cricket. In today's episode, we're going to discuss about the seventh match of the IPL, which is between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Lucknow Super Giants, that will take place at Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium in Hyderabad. But before we talk about that match, let's dive into yesterday's match, which was between Kolkata Knight Riders and Rajasthan Royals. Kolkata Knight Riders, the defending champions, displayed a commanding all round performance, defeating Rajasthan Royals by 8 wickets. Rajasthan Royals, after losing the toss, put up a total of 151, and that was chased comfortably by Kolkata Knight Riders in just 17.3 overs. But that was yesterday. And now in today's match, we're going to see that how exciting it's going to be because Sunrisers Hyderabad always post big totals. And between the head-to-head, Sunrisers Hyderabad have lost thrice, and Lucknow Super Giants have won all the three matches. So let's talk about today's match. And we have Paul Dennett, the Australian cricket journalist, to talk about it. Hi, Paul. Thank you so much for joining in the show.
Hi, Anand.
So, talking about yesterday's match a bit, like Kolkata Knight Riders, they displayed a commanding performance, be it batting, bowling. So, what would you have to say about their first win?
Yeah, I mean, it was great for Quinton de Kock to be the Quinton de Kock of old, and he was just he was the difference. But I think as well that his bowlers helped him out. They lost Sunil Narayan before the game, but Moeen Ali came in, and I mean, two of the balls in particular that Moeen Ali bowled were kind of like off-spinning balls of the century. The dream off-spinner drifting in, biting away sharply. One of them hitting the top of the off stump. Varun Chakravarti was good as well, and I just think that Rajasthan spinners, Theekshana and Hasaranga, weren't quite as effective. Probably didn't get helped by the dew either, but a pretty emphatic win. You're not going to go very far scoring, I think 150 in the IPL this year.
Yeah, I mean, that was not the total you look for when you're in the IPL and you've seen all the matches, almost everyone going above 200. So, and you just mentioned Quinton de Kock. He played a fantastic knock. And what would you have to say about that knock, especially when the team lost in the first match?
Well, I think that it was very important. He didn't have the greatest South African series, and some of the shots that he played were just, the sound that it made off the bat. One in particular, a pull shot over wide mid on that went for six, was just exquisite and stunning to watch. And he's been a class cricketer for so long. It's always good to see a cricketer of such class perform. When it really matters, and when he had his back to the wall a little bit.
Yeah. Sarandeep Singh has joined us. Hi, Sarandeep. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good. I just at the airport and just get my check-in done and joining you now.
Oh, thank you so much for taking out time. So now let's shift our focus to today's match. Whenever Sunrisers Hyderabad is in the picture, you just talk about big totals. And the surface here always says that you go above, 300 run mark very easily. If the surface here is flat like a road. So Sarandeep, you tell us, is this going to be a high scoring encounter, and how will the bowling first be ideal?
Look, the way Sunrisers Hyderabad is playing the cricket, it doesn't matter batting first or second. They have a one way to go, and they just came and start hitting. And the target is always to be score closer to the 300 runs. So they don't bother either the bowling first or batting first, or the dew factor comes into the scene or not. So they in this Tata IPL, Hyderabad is the only team who is fully competed with the batsmen. They have a good spinners. They have a good fast bowlers getting wickets for them. So there is no worry for them. Actually, whenever they're playing against teams, the worries for the LSG, not for the Hyderabadis, because they know how to win the matches. They know how to score runs. But LSG have a problem. The way they lost their first game, so they need their bowlers back into the action. They need a good fast bowlers come to the action. Otherwise, things are going to be a bit difficult for them, and especially for the Rishabh Pant. I mean, he has to be upgrade himself, and he has to be open the innings for sure, because at number four, he's not going to be help anyone at that number, because that number is someone needs to come into this picture who can score big runs, hitting big sixes. he's the one who not doing it. So better for him to come and opens the inning for LSG and give them a good start here.
Do you think how much Lucknow Super Giants can pose a challenge here, considering the fact that their bowling lineup has not been that great?
Yeah, definitely,
Suddenly,
because they
yeah.
don't play with the proper fast bowlers. Yeah, and the way you should play with the West Indian fast bowler you have into the squad, you should give rest to Markham because Markham is not going to be give you anything. But he's not the one who come at the opens and hammers like the way Travis Head or Abhishek Sharma or Ishan Kishan the way they batted. So you need no need to do that. Play with the extra fast bowler. But if you don't play with the extra fast bowler, then things will be very difficult for LSG. And you need some experienced bowlers into the side. You need some good Indian batters who can come up the order and bat and let David Miller and Klassen, but they can play only around 6 to 7 overs, not more than that. Then these things, game strategic will be work for LSG. Otherwise, Hyderabad is going to take them for very badly.
So, Paul, you tell us how important will toss be here because the win percentage for teams losing the toss at Rajiv Gandhi Stadium stands at 64.10%. So, and match winning, one winning toss is 28 matches, 35.9%. So, is losing the toss an advantage here?
Potentially. I always like it when you see stats like that. It just shows how difficult conditions are to read. And I think that Sunrisers Hyderabad are a side that often does like to bat first, although the tradition in the IPL these days is to win the toss and bowl. From a selfish point of view, I hope Sunrisers Hyderabad are batting first because I just love the prospect of them breaking records. And some people say that, oh, you know, it's a sign that the runs are too easy to score in the IPL. I don't necessarily agree because you look at the way that they're batting, it's highly skilled batting. They're not slogging all the time. They're playing highly skilled cricket shots. And as someone who has watched a lot of boring test cricket over the years, as much as I love test cricket, it is a joy and a thrill to tune in knowing that every single one of that, especially that top five, they fill you with excitement when they come out. And LSG, they have got some troubles with their bowling, and this is not the side to be facing when you've got a few question marks over your bowling lineup, unfortunately.
Is it you love watching Sunrisers Hyderabad because Travis Head is there batting and he has an impressive average of 48.3 at this venue and already showcased his form against Rajasthan before. So are Hyderabad openers, especially when you see Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma, going to be of a very big threat for Lucknow, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, I do like the fact that Travis Head is an Australian, but I like Abhishek Sharma just as much. And I think it shows how strong Indian white ball cricket is that he's not an automatic selection by any means in the Indian T20 international side. Because when he's played for India, he's done fantastically well. He's a handy bowler as well. But yeah, I mean, Sunrisers Hyderabad with the Australian connection, Pat Cummins and Adam Zampa as well. That does make the long watching the games at 3 a.m. here in Australia a lot easier when there's a couple of Australians to cheer on for sure.
Certainly, Nicholas Puran is known for his destructive batting, but he has struggled against Adam Zampa. So, will Hyderabad use him strategically against him? Because we've seen that he's bowled 25 balls and there have been scored 20 runs. Strike rate has been 80, not very impressive. So, what do you have to say about this matchup?
The strike rate which you're talking about, that's last season's. No, new season, he started with really well in the first game, Nicholas Puran. He's batting beautifully, scoring runs and hitting the ball on it at his will, actually. So now he looks very confident. And the way he batted in the last game, he controlled the innings. He's not the one who saw in the last season who comes and start hitting from the first ball. The way he handled Kuldeep Yadav, because he knows he's the match winner, he's a wicket taker, and he got him out before also. So he played him very carefully. So I think this time also for Adam Zampa, when he comes into the play, he might be look after him. Actually, he play him carefully because he's not going after him until unless if there I don't know in which situation he's batting at that time. So you can make your plans when you see what is the situation is exactly going on. So plan will be changed during the matches a lot. So yes, hopefully this time Nicholas Purans again he scored with the bat because LSG needs him badly. Because if he score runs, then only they can reach 230, 240. Because if you Lucknow is batting first, Then against Hyderabad, you have to be score more than 230 to 40. If you are be stuck in between 170, 80, oh God, they'll be chasing in 12 overs, sir.
Like we saw in the last season, how overwhelming Hyderabad was for Lucknow Super Giants. I think less than 10 overs, 9.2 overs, we were done with the 162 chasing. So that is going to be, which is going to be in the mind of everyone, because if that kind of loss is there, you have to work super hard to get a win in the next match. So, Paul, David Miller has an excellent record against Harshal Patel. So, would it be a mistake for Hyderabad to bring in Harshal Patel against Miller? Because when you see the strike rate, it's been 165. Yes, all the seasons you've seen. He's bowled 38 balls to him, 63 runs have been scored, but dot balls have been 12. So, how crucial will this matchup be?
Yeah, I mean, David Miller is a fantastic player, and that record would indicate that, that matchup is in favour of them. Although, in international T20 cricket, Harshal Patel has had some success against him. He's got him out a couple of times in successive matches with a slower ball and with a quicker one. So he was able to redress that balance somewhat. So I think that David Miller, obviously for LSG, I think LSG's batting lineup is half decent. It's just that up against SRH, with their explosive batting lineup, it is a scary proposition. The one thing, if I was LSG, that I'd be reasonably okay about is that SRH's bowling wasn't actually that good in the first game. Although they won it convincingly, Pat Cummins got hit around, they still did go for 240. So runs can be scored against them.
Yeah, as you rightly said, that the bowling was not that good because Captain Pat Cummins also struggled, although he could not be very effective. So in this match, Paul, what should be done by the captain and other pacers so that they can have a good advantage? Because putting up a high total is not enough. You also need to get wickets. You have to win comfortably.
Exactly right. And especially when it comes to the pointy end, when the really big matches are going, you can't just rely on batting alone. I think that it is interesting with Cummins. People talk about him alongside Bumrah as being the best two bowlers in the world, Kagiso Rabada and others as well. But you look at the last IPL where Cummins was, I would say, adequate. He was, as purely as a bowler, taking his captaincy out of it, he was no better or worse than an average typical player. Yet Bumrah was the best in the whole league. And I think that's remarkable, that the success that Cummins and Bumrah sort of share at test level, Cummins is finding it very difficult to replicate at the IPL with the grounds being so conducive to batting. He is kind of adapting. He's bowling more cross seamers and slower balls and trying lots of things. And as I said, he's getting away adequately. But Cummins at his very best, he's coming back from an injury. It will give him that first game. That was a difficult one. I think it's going to go a long way to determining how they go this season. If we can get Cummins closer to the absolute elite player that he can be, then I think things really open for SRH and they go close to being favourites for the whole tournament.
That's
Or
been
we don't need to
rightly
worry
put
about
up,
Pat
you said
Cummins
that.
because the batters are going to be held them out here.
I mean,
The
now
batters will take care
Sarathi
of
coming
everything,
up to
so bowlers
the
would need to worry in Hyderabad.
Saradeep, in the battle of captains, Pat Cummins has a slight edge over Rishabh Pant, but after Pant's golden duck in the last match, can he turn around things? Because uh, Pant's strike rate has been 111.1 and he's been taken over, one wicket has been taken by Cummins and he's bowled 27 times.
No, for that, Anand Pant should come up for the order first. He has to be open up the innings because their batting lineups. I don't think. Still, I feel that he's the captain. He should open the innings and he can start the innings and he can hit the fast bowlers with the new ball. Because when he comes to the number 4, number 5, then things will be totally different for him. So this is another reason for him. So performing Rishabh Pant is very, very much important because now he's the highest paid players for LSG. They invested a lot in him. So there is a lot of pressure also comes into the play. But Rishabh is such a kind of player that he hardly take any pressure. He always just play with a free mind all the time. So that's a very good thing for Rishabh Pant also. The way we saw him playing in the test matches, in ODIs and everywhere, the way he plays international cricket, he plays with the free mind. So that is the best thing happen. So I'm definitely know that he gonna forget what happened in the first game, with the way they lost the game, the easy game in their pockets, and the Delhi Capitals took away for him. But that's fine. Things will be gone. Now it's a new day, new match. So just need to be focused what playing 11 you are going to be play and what role on which number you are going to be batted. I think Justin Langer chips in. Zahid Khan is over there. They should need to talk with Rishabh Pant because Rishabh is such a character who always listen to his minds. And sometimes your mind doesn't give you the best example, so better be listen others too.
I think that's very rightly put up because Pant did not have much of batting in the recent time because we didn't see him play in the Champions Trophy. So maybe he's taking some time to be explosive later as we go in the course of the tournament. Paul, I'd like to ask you that, Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma have the best partnership strike rate of 225.08. So together, how deadly are they?
Absolutely, they. You may well say that they are the deadliest combination in the history of all cricket. I think Gordon Greenwich and Desmond Haynes in the golden era of the West Indies. Give me the ball. I think I'd rather bowl to them than Travishek. They are, they complement each other. And as I said at the start, they're not actually out and out slogging. They're just playing high quality cricket shots to the balls that are there to be hit. If they need to defend one or two, they will do so. And it's a pretty awe-inspiring situation when you've got those two, and then Ishan Kishan, Nilesh Kumar Reddy, and then Heinrich Klaassen as well to complete that top five. You don't know where to look sometimes if you're an opposition bowler.
So, what do you like to name the most, Travis Sheikh or Abhiravis? What is the word you like for them together?
Travishek, I think it's like Brangelina or Benefa, a couple of the Hollywood ones. I think Travishek is pretty good.
Yeah. So, Sarathi, David Miller has a T20 strike rate of less than 100 against the SRH duo from Australia's 82.6 versus Cummins and 93.75 versus Adam Zampa. So, how much will be eyes on David Miller? Can he score big?
I mean, it depends where he comes to bat and which situation is he comes to into the bat. Also, that's more important. And if he comes in the last 4-5 overs, then things will be totally different. Then he just take a few balls and start hitting it. But if he comes, there is already 4 to 5 wickets down, then things will be totally different. Then he has a different role to play in that game. So I always feel like the strike rates only you can see if on what number he's batting. Then you can only decide it. But he's a powerful hitter. So LSG had given him a role to play till last over. And we saw him against Delhi Capital also, the way he played in the last over and hitting two big sixes that they can reach 210. The way they're batting looks like they're going to be 240 to 50, but suddenly in T20I, you lost 1 or 2 wickets in a 1 over and things will be totally changed for you. And we saw in recent games also, even last night also, and before also, against Punjab and Gujarat. When they had started well, then wickets going lost, and the way Shreyas Iyer chips in, the way he started batting. So role is totally different at that time. So we can only say that uh, let's hope for the best. Let's just keep playing 20 overs. Stay there till 20 overs, and you'll get your good strike rate, and you will get the good total on a board for LSG.
Paul, how much Lucknow Super Giants would be relying on Ravi Bishnoi and Shardul Thakur because they are the ones who have the most experience and considering their weak bowling lineup as of now, how much crucial they are in this match?
Yeah, I think they're definitely crucial. Ravi Bishnoi, it's a challenge bowling leg spin against that high quality of opposition. Hasn't had the greatest start to the tournament, but I've got a lot of time for Shardul Thakur. I like his nickname of Beefy in line with Ian Botham, and he's a sort of player that he makes amazing things happen with bat and ball. I think that Avesh Khan coming back into the side will help them as well, but definitely they have got a bowling lineup that is probably one of the weaker ones on paper in the IPL.
Yeah, Paul, as we've seen in this stadium, it favors pacers, and both team. What would be the fast bowling lineup for them? Because the pacer wickets here have been 441 as compared to spinner wickets 192 in the total 79 matches played.
Yeah, and so we've talked about Pat Cummins. There'll be Simajit Singh, Harshal Patel. We've talked about Mohammad Shami. That's a pretty powerful pace lineup from Sunrisers Hyderabad. Maybe Lucknow will go with a few more spinners, but as I said, the two we talked about, Avesh Khan and Shardul Thakur, are going to be pretty key, and see if we can get maybe some of their left arm orthodox spinners can buck the trend a little bit and get something out of this Hyderabad pitch.
So now, who is going to be your prediction for today, Sarandeep? Seeing all the scenarios after the, especially both teams have gone through their first match. SRH has won, Lucknow has lost.
I'm looking for Hyderabad. I love to see the way they're playing. I'm waiting for this game to doing commentary and giving my experts because I love the way Travis and Abhishek Sharma will bat it. But it's a good contest today because the LSG fast bowling lineup, they are not the quickest ones. They both need a Hyderabad batting lineup that needs someone bowl on 140, 145. They love that pace. If Shardul Thakur don't have that pace, so he is going to be the X factor for them. They have to play him very, very carefully. So if they can play him very carefully, they can win this match.
I think everyone has to be, I think, more careful when SRH is playing in front of you. Paul, you tell us. I don't think there would be any guesses, but still, I'm asking you, who is who is your prediction for today's match?
Yeah, definitely Sunrisers Hyderabad. I suppose the only thing I will say is that T20 cricket, all you need is, David Miller or even Mitchell Marsh, Nicholas Puran to have a day out and things can change very quickly. I think, if the match was going to be played 10 times, I'd expect SRH to win at maybe 7 and Lucknow 3. So if tonight happens to be the 3 out of 10, you can see an upset, but definitely SRH is my tip.
So I think we have two SRH today predicted. So let's see how that's going to turn up. And as always, thank you so much, gentlemen, Paul and Sarandeep, for joining in. Sarandeep, especially you from the airport, and Paul, I think you're also busy there. But thank you for taking out time. And as always, we'll keep bringing you cricket updates on your favorite show, Cricket Predictor. So keep watching and enjoy today's match. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Anand. Nice talking to you guys. Bye.